I have his shoulder under control. I kind of have that Makikomi feeling on it, more than I'm hanging out of my own elbow. This arm comes in to anchor in. If I can't reach my wrist, I can grab my gi. That's fine. Doesn't really matter, as long as that arm is anchored. It's not moving around, sliding around everywhere. Got it? Okay. Now some of you are just pushing the arm. Some of you are just grabbing the gi or your wrist. Please watch his elbow. Now I make a grip. So it's kind of a spiral kind of an action. Got it? It's not just his arm is bent and I push it forward. I need his elbow to go one way, his wrist to go another. His shoulder wants to come up, but what's the problem? I'm on top of it. Now it has no problem. It can come up. So heavy on the shoulders. So when you're taking your grips, make sure that inherent in the connections, if you watch carefully, that's almost straight. I'm still able to get that spiral action. But if I let that elbow relax and my weight is on my own elbow, it's not good, which means I've kind of missed some of the osae-komi as well, right? Do you feel very pinned? Talk. Okay, good. What about now? Come up. But if I put my weight on me, he's much freer to go. So, you feel weight? Okay.
When you're doing the actual throw, if you think about your own jushin, and it's not silly, but is your left foot directly on your jushin, or is it out to the left of it?
Maybe slightly out to the left, but it's pretty close to your center. You may have to even take a little step out post-throw.
Okay. Is that foot moving during the throw?
If it needs to, but not unnecessarily. So it straightens up, right? Okay. See it? The way he moved, I had to adjust my foot. Right? Straighten up again.
I mean, as you're...
No, but what, okay, I understand what you're saying. But what I'm saying is, I'm not being so dogmatic to go, it cannot move ever. If I don't need it to move, I'm not going to move it for the hell of it. But if I need it to move, see how on the landing, I popped it out? Everyone see how this is floating? The more you put your weight here, the more you don't have an arm lock. He's got freedom to move, all that stuff, okay? So you need to have that ability to keep him here. It's like a kesa gatame, but without the head, okay? But if your kesa gatame is just sitting there, you're just, it's like having a mask on. It looks like the thing, but it's not the actual thing.
When you do the twist on the elbow, does that apply pressure to the elbow?
Yeah. Whoa.
Like
It doesn't apply a lock to the elbow.
okay, but not like a severe amount of pain. Just
No. So relax your arms. So relax. His shoulder is floating.
okay.
Right? Do you see that?
Yeah. Yeah.
My body is here. You see what happens?
Yes.
Okay. So now, so keep this in mind. This is pinned by my body. Can you put your hand here? Like, put some heavy pressure on the shoulder. Okay. If I just move this, it's not enough. So I move this way. Follow?
Yeah.
But some of us are just reaching and grabbing and moving the hand. His elbow is just moving up and down. Or we're up and down the mat this way. I need to move up and down like an elevator does. Like that. See what's happening to the shoulder? But what's going to happen? You're going to be in that place.
Yeah.
You follow?
Yes, sir.
So you have to understand Like not just up here, but here, you have to be able to feel, you know, where does my weight need to be? Because I'm not ripping this very hard. This is not a lot of pressure. So if you feel like you really, even if you get the tap, you know that your Jukido is not where you want it to be.
Yeah.
If the arm had to be straight, you would just drop
If the arm straightens, then you go to a straight
drop the axis.
arm lock. If it's bent, here. If it bends the other way, we go here. I don't really care. It's like the throw. I wanted to throw them forward, didn't work, I'll throw them back.
Just keep it in.
Yes.
But in this particular instance, for this particular practice, does it mean we're letting go of the arm though, a little bit? I feel like
Does what mean?
if you're ending up in a closer to a straight.
Yeah, sometimes the arm is
letting
pretty.
go.
Yeah, so just to be clear, sometimes this arm is like really close to straight. Like this is pretty close to straight. Now, if his if his back of his hand is down, that is actually a straight arm lock. And in terms of defining our terms, that means an elbow lock. Makes sense? But if his palm is down, even if his arm is relatively straight, that's going to be more shoulder. Doesn't mean you couldn't feel some pressure on the elbow, but it's going to be mostly shoulder. Yeah. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay, a couple more times.